Welcome back to the next video, everyone. So we're talking about comments today. So comments are very important in programming, especially Python programming, because the more code you write, the more complicated things get. Well, we need a place that we can, as programmers, go back, look at our old code and say, okay, what was I trying to do there? And comments make this happen. Remember, comments cannot be seen by the computer or the Python software. Anything you put behind this hashtag symbol, so if you put this hashtag symbol, anything that you put behind here, the computer cannot see, and it won't try to execute it at all. So even if you put a function behind here, it has no idea that that exists because it's behind a hashtag. So remember, these can be very valuable, and I'm going to show you what we can use comments for. So for example, this variable is equal to 2. So this is a pretty simple example, but it could be more complicated. So let's say that you had 50 different variables and they all represented something specific. You could put at the top, okay, these variables are for the sizes of doors that our store offers, so that you don't have to go down through and look at all those different variables and say, what are these variables for? Because there's a definition right there at the top for you. So very valuable. Another thing that you can do is write function definitions, and function definitions are very important. And we recommend putting function definitions in all of your functions, even the most simple. Get in the habit of doing this. So this is where you would write out, hey, what does this function do? So right below, inside the function, I would put a comment on the next line that says, this function does stuff. All right, and if you look down through the function, you can tell, yeah, it does stuff, it does more stuff, and it does more stuff. But I could actually write out in the function definition, hey, this does stuff. That way, programmers who come in behind me, they can look at it and immediately know what this function does. All right, so the next thing is multi-line comments. Now, a lot of programming languages have a specific symbol that you can use for multi-line comments. Python does not have this. It's very frustrating. But Python only allows you to write single line comments. So in order to do a multi-line comment, you actually have to put a hashtag on each individual line. Now this is great for creating like little images that other programmers can see, almost like hiding little Easter eggs in your programs. It's also great if you want to do like a large program definition at the top. So at the top of your program, you may want to do a big multi-line comment that says everything about your program. This program does this, it takes this kind of arguments, it could be used for this. So this is a great way to do these really large definitions, and remember, it's just going to hide it from your computer. It's just for you as a programmer. Then the last thing that is very useful is called commenting out code. So this is where we take code that is working. So in this example, we've defined a function, and we're saying, hey, run this too, do this. All right, so we're wanting it to run lines 100 through 103. Well, what if we don't want it to run line 102? All you have to do is put a hashtag in front of it. And now the Python program, Python software is going to read through this definition. It's going to go, okay, this definition, this function has been called. I want to do this too, and it skips right over 102 down to 103 and just runs 103 right behind 101. So this can be very valuable for testing out parts of your code. And then if you're like, okay, now let me try putting that back in and see if it runs, all you have to do is take out that hashtag, and then it's going to run it in between 101 and 103. So that's a very powerful thing to use as a programmer, so you don't have to delete things just to see if maybe that's what's causing the problem. So this can really help with debugging. If you think 103 is causing the problem, well, just comment it out. Then if your program runs, you know that line 103 was definitely where your problem was. So like I said, comments are very valuable. I know that a lot of you don't like putting comments, but getting to a good habit of always using comments is a great skill to have as a programmer. So I hope this video helps you out with some of the basic questions about comments. Just feel free to let me know, send me an email, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.